Got something I want to say. Can I say it a real good? I'm talking saying this. You can take my bitch.
It was a time. Some of y'all had to be outside.
It was a run.
Took over a whole summer.
Baby, what you talking about? Baby, this is something you should know.
It was quite the run.
Low-key, this shit still slap. I ain't take me back to them days in the club when you ain't need no section.
Watch me put.
You ain't need no bottle.
Nah.
All you have was a dance floor and a couple of drinks. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
whiskey
saying?
cold, whiskey sour, you know what I'm saying? Something cheap.
You know what I'm saying? If you out there on demon time, get you a Henny and Red Bull.
Yeah,
you was ready for whatever. You gonna run through a wall.
Damn assassin. That's what you is. You a damn assassin. That's what you was.
Tonight we ride.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to IDK Sports Live, the live podcast of IDK Sports Podcast. My name is Anthony. It's my main man, Kenny.
What's happening?
And we here on the Sunday right after the conference championship games. Some good games. Second game was a great game. Good games going on, and we here to recap. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, because this is the premier spot to talk sports with the average guys.
Yay.
All right, let's man, not even bury the lead, man. Let's get into it. JSN shines. The Seahawks outdo the Rams, man. Hey, this got off the TV screen. Some of y'all might just be coming from the post game. Right off the TV screen. Let's get into some of the stats. Hold up. Pull it up.
Come on. Let's talk about your guy. Let's talk about your boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't bury the lead, brother.
Seahawks, Sam Darnold was 25 for 36, 346, 3 tugs.
Huh?
Kenneth Walker had a good game with Charbonnet out. 19 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown. JSN, hey, man. Hey, yo.
All right.
We'll talk about it in the offseason. 10 receptions, 153 yards, and 1 touchdown. Boy, was how was he open? How is JSN always open?
Always.
You know what I'm saying? Always open. But let's talk it before we get into too much of the game. The Rams, Matthew Stafford, still 22 for 35, 374, 3 touchdowns. Great game. Blake Corm, 9 carries, 55 yards. But if you watch the game, them 55 yards were crucial yards. He was really running that rock. He was really running that rock. Puka did Puka things. 9 receptions, 165 in the tub. Devontae Adams added 4 receptions with 89 yards and a touchdown. Great game, man. The winner of this game won a Super Bowl, man. Early take. I'm going to get that out the way now. This Super Bowl winner's coming from this game.
Yeah, no shocker.
Super Bowl winner's coming from this game. Great game. I mean, you had playoffs, man. Mistakes, man. Mistakes and turnovers going to kill you.
Every time.
Xavier Smith, I hate it happening. Xavier Smith, fellow HBCU alum from Florida A&M, dropped the punt, kind of lost his footing, muffed the punt. It came to cost him. That's what cost him. Really, that's really what cost him. Both quarterbacks, Sam Darnold. Hey, I thought earlier that the Seahawks was going to win. The only thing I was worried about is Sam Darnold turning the ball over. And this is probably the best game we've ever seen Sam Darnold play. Period. That boy was out there slinging that rock, doing that dude, and he outdueled Matthew Stafford. He out gunslinged Matthew Stafford. I think so. I think so. Some crucial plays, like they play like this. Matthew Stafford made plays, and Puka's very great because some of them throws he threw to Puka should have never even got near the ball or been open because he wasn't open. He wasn't open in some of the plays. JSN, man, route running, the way they get him open, it's kind of just like how they do Jamar Chase in the Bengals, how they move him around.
Motion him into slot,
where like they know that we're getting real technical right now. Fuck it. You know that the Rams like to play a lot of zone. So when you line a receiver off the line in the zone, that gives him more space to then see how he wants to attack the zone.
Yeah.
So now I can sit down here. I can cut here. I can do an inside out. Okay, I can do whatever. I line up in the backfield or the without motion. Now I can like sit down in the zone more. It gives me that more flexibility than if they're playing man up. and the Rams play a lot of zone. And I think that's what really killed them why JSN was able to get open because he hardly lined up on the outside tonight.
Yeah, I even add another note to that before we move on, bro. Like another note to that is that they use a lot of bunch sets today. And
Yeah.
this was to the advantage of Cup and JSN as well. So
Yeah.
to your point, like I'm already off the line, but now that secondary got to communicate in a split second.
They motion into bunch sets too.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you had to reduce down into a bunch set, and then you had to make, you already have your calls already made to who's going to switch on who in like a split second. So like that closing play, or I should say that play that moved the chains to kind of, put them on that last series where they brought the time down to like, I don't know, was it 25 seconds?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that, whatever. But that came out of a bunch set to where it was like, all right, we're gonna make a quick switch. And again, however the pre-snap was, whatever the pre-snap offense looked like, it's gonna be hard to guard JSN, with like a free release. You know what I'm saying? No hands on man, and he can just dictate. And plus, all his routes look the same. Like I'm watching the replay, I'm like, ain't no way he was in the hell he was gonna be able to dictate or know which route he was gonna run. Because to me, he's about to run a post, but it turned to an out. I was like, okay, but I don't even know what the hell you do with that, bro. Honestly, so I don't want to like crown guys after like one season, even though
second season, it's 2 seasons.
Second season, I'm about to say, even though he
definitely top 5.
Too.
He top 5 now. He definitely moved his way in that top 5. He moved his way to that top 5. And if somebody had him in the top 3, I wouldn't be mad at that either. I think if somebody can come out of that top 3, we'll talk about that another episode. But
okay,
if somebody,
I know who you're thinking though.
Actually, two people that might have get moved out that top 3. Puka up there too. So we done seen enough of Puka to be in that.
Easily.
A conversation.
Easily.
Sam Darnold, man, I can't say enough about Sam. Didn't turn the ball over. Accurate with the football. Some of them plays, let the ball get away from him. I think just two equal teams, and came down to who made less turnovers, less mistakes, and who made the key stop. And that stop where they stopped them on 4th down.
That last drive. Yep.
I knew it was kind of over then because the game they was playing and the way they was able to run the football and the way they was able to get JSN or somebody open,
right,
like that, but like I say, JSN, everybody showed up to play. I mean, shouts out to both teams. This was a Super Bowl worthy type matchup. Two coaches going at it. If the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks don't get a job, that's kind of rough. I don't know how he doesn't get a head coaching job.
You can bet your bottom dollar, brother. He out of here.
I don't know how he get a head coaching job. But great game, man. It was a great late game. Third time. They both know each other, so it's third time meeting up. These were 3 great games if you watched the whole season.
Each time, yep.
Like I said, man, Seahawks been looking like that team all year. A lot of people didn't want to believe it, but they've been this team all year.
I was just discussing it with my fiance, bro. Like this, like when you look at the matchup between we about to get into the Patriots and Broncos game, but you just look at this matchup just with the Seahawks, like man, this came into no surprise. They've been hot, all year, what I'm saying, as far as, how they came into the playoffs, what I'm saying, they stick to all their principles. They play tough on defense. They can run the ball. Sam Darnold has been, a nice addition. Again, this damn skyrocket of JSN going to like the top 3 of wide receivers in the league.
And special teams.
And, you know what I'm saying? Rashid, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Making great, how you say, within the regular season moves, a great in-season move with that. It's like, bro, they did
draft pick with Emmanuel. That's a bad. That's a really good safety.
All the right moves, bro. They made all the right moves. Even like, adding those veteran additions of like DeMarcus Lawrence coming over in the offseason, bro. Like getting quality snaps. Leonard,
making sure you got Leonard Williams from the Giants.
Still, just about to get to him, bro. Like he's like, you still got Leo, who's still playing, all-time ball, bro. So it's like, this was a team that was, from the get-go, it was no surprise of the success they started seeing at the end. You know what I'm saying? Again, those, some of those role players started turning to like key players. I'm thinking of like your Ernest Jones, your um Devin Witherspoons, bro. Like what's my boy that plays safety? Kobe Bryant. Like it's like all those cats start, they came to play and they've been here like all season playing, playing heavy roles, making key plays throughout the season. So this ain't no surprise, man.
Hey
No
man,
surprise, bro.
this is what the good thing of having two running backs. I was nervous about Charbonnet getting hurt because Charbonnet is more like finesse back, receiving back, but
Yeah,
Kenneth Walker did his thing. 19 carries, 62 yards, a touchdown. Also added 4 receptions, 49 yards, over 100 yards of all-purpose offense. That's what they needed. They needed somebody to be consistent without a two-headed monster because that's been a big deal for them all year.
right.
Even with how good Sam played, they still needed somebody to run the ball consistently and make them backfield catches like Charbonnet would usually be the guy to do. So that was one part of the game that, coming in, I was interested to look at, and Kenneth Walker very stepped up. But like I said, Sam Darnold beat Matthew Stafford at Matthew Stafford's best. I mean, you can't say you didn't. Matthew Stafford went at his
Nah,
fullest. He played a great game. They ran the ball. I mean, look at the team stats. This is a game where the defense wasn't able to hold them like they normally do. The Rams actually got more yards than them, for almost 500 yards of offense. Sometimes you need the offense step up. Offense stepped up when defense couldn't hold them, but defense made the stops when the stops needed to be made. Let's put it like that.
oh man, I'm about to get to that second, but real quick, like just another tip of the hat to Sam Darnold, bro. Even like the production you may miss out of Charbonnet out of the backfield, you make up for it in like pop shots to the tight end, or like crucial throws to Jake Bobo, or Cup, stepping up there in the red zone. Like you kind of make up for that production elsewhere. So hats off to Sam. But I just knew that damn idiotic play by Tariq Woolen was gonna cost him. I mean, he did make him. Matt Stafford did make him pay for that taunting penalty, but I just knew. I was like, bro, last thing you want to do is keep giving the Rams chances. You do not want to keep giving Matt chances. And just like that, a few plays later, after that taunting penalty was given up, you know, touchdown, touchdown to Puka, bro. And it was just like, damn. See, this is why you can't let a team linger. But and it was just starting to shape up into that way again. They driving again. They get back down to the within 10 yards of the end zone. And it's like you need that one last, converting play for the touchdown, bro. And they stood up. Shout out to Witherspoon for making a pass breakup on the last play. But it's like, damn, man. It was like this is gonna be another nail biter. But like you said, defense stood up when they had to, bro.
Yeah. So you got the Seahawks in the championship game for I think the third time in their conference. I mean, third time in team history.
Yep. Patriots, Broncos. I think this will be the third one.
Yeah, this will be the third one. Third one. So shout out to Seattle fans, man, back in there. Super Bowl. Let's get to the other AFC game. This game was a defensive struggle, but the Pats win ugly. An ugly win over the Broncos in a snowy game where the weather turned this shit real quick, boy. Real quick, man. It turned bad real quick. Let's get into some stats here. For the Patriots, Drake made 10 for 21, 86 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Ramondre Stevenson, 25 carries for 71 yards. Drake May had 10 carries for 65 yards. Mac Hollins, off of injured reserve, came in with 51 yards off 2 receptions, and really nothing else to speak of as far as that. The Broncos, Jarrett Stidham didn't play horrible in my. I mean, the pick was bad, but 17 for 31, 133, a touchdown in the pick. RJ Harvey added 37 yards rushing. Marvin Mims had 62 yards receiving on 4 catches. In this game, like I said, we're gonna get about everything else. As far as the Patriots defense has carried this team through this playoff, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I don't think the Patriots offense looked like the Patriots offense of the season. Even in the Texas game, it was the turnovers. You know what I'm saying? The Chargers game, it was the defense sacking your boy 8 times. This game, like I said, Drake May had 80 something yards, 60 yards rushing. Tough running by Ramondre Stevenson. He just outlasted the Broncos defense. They just met teams
where they was at,
where the other team's offense just couldn't get nothing off. I mean, it was gonna be rough with Bo Nix out and they playing the backup. They had to play it all year. No Broncos defense can't hang their head. They did what they were supposed to do. They gave their team a chance. It was a chance to win this game all through. But in the day, I mean, the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I don't really have much to say about this game. So Kenny, I'm gonna let you say something. It really wasn't nothing special about this game. I'll let you talk about the game and we'll talk about the Super Bowl matchup.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, like there's not really much to it, bro. I don't even want to get into the fact of, I know there's like a what if factor if like Bo Nix played this game. Of course, it's a different game. I'm not even you don't even have to belabor that point or stay there too long. Of course, the game is different if Bo Nix is there. But at the same effect, bro, like Jarrett Stidham, all you can ask of him on that stage playing one of the toughest defense in the league, it's like, bro, he took what he took what the defense gave him. One of those first few drives, it was like, all right, I'm making hay, I'm making a throw like that, deep shot he took early in the game. Like, he was like, damn, all right, maybe this might be something. Like, maybe Stidham came to play. But again, just like I want to give Stidham some leeway, the Patriots got here by some reason, right? And that damn defensive line of theirs was just on attack. Whether it's Chason, whether it's Milton Williams, bro, they were just on attack. Them boys put their ears back. They know exactly what was coming. It was like, hey, this game is only gonna go so many ways, or their offense is only gonna look so dynamic with a backup. So yeah, that early shot caught them off guard. Cool. But after that, settled into the game. All right, it's our game now. It was the Patriots defense game from that point on. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was only going to be dictated by however much the Patriots defense will let as far as how much they're going to let them off the hook. And that was never the case. Especially when you got like a turnover from Christian Gonzalez, a late interception, some key sacks. Rush got Stidham off his square, rushing him, having to force him to make an improv play, and those never went well. So it's like the defensive line just dictated that game. And and from an Eagles fan, of course, I'm always gonna love that type of defensive play. So they did what they had to do. Only other thing I saw a comment by Sean Payton, about him regretting not gambling on a 4th and 1. I don't even give that too much credence because it's like, bro, that 4th and 1 came in the second quarter. You had a whole other half to play, where your offense could have made plays, or there was a drop pass here and there that that could have happened, bro. So I'm not even going to let you hang yourself by a 4th and 1 gamble where you could have kicked the field goal. Bro, the game was 10-7. The game was we're not talking about a 21-24 game. Y'all wasn't trading shots all game, bro. You know what I mean? Like you took a gamble where you thought where it was. If you look at for the data fanatics, if you look at the data, it was a plus gamble. So by all means, bro, hey, they was a tougher team in terrible weather conditions. You can live with that. And without your starting quarterback. Choose those excuses. Don't choose I'm not going to beat you up over gambling on a 4th and 1 while you're in your damn red zone. I'm not going to beat you up for that.
Yeah.
Because if you were Dan Campbell, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Yeah. I just think this is why I will say the past fans, you know what I'm saying, you got there, getting to the Super Bowl is no small feat. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to take anything away from that. But 2 things. I can see why the Bills, if I'm a Bills fan, I'm hot.
This was your year, man. This was
like,
this was your year to do it.
The Bills and the Jaguars clearly had the best offenses in the AFC.
Right.
If I'm a Texans fan, I wouldn't
talk about it.
I wouldn't let CJ Stroud even stay in Houston.
Talk about it.
Because that defense they got, if he don't turn the ball over,
come on,
could be a Super Bowl winning team. It's a
come on.
This is what I want to see, right? The talent has gotten better for the Patriots because they're playing like playoff teams, of course. I haven't seen the same MVP Drake May since the playoffs started. I've seen MVP Matthew Stafford. I've seen Sam Darnold
play up to that level. Yeah,
I've seen Bryce Young play to a high level.
Yeah,
I haven't seen MVP Drake May. And now I think they're going up against a real, like, Super Bowl. He's going to have to show himself for them to have a chance to even be, for the Super Bowl to be close. Because not only are you going up against a high-powered defense, you're going up against an offense, too. With the second highest point differential this year. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, Pats fans, you won the AFC Championship game. Great turnaround, Mike Vrabel, and all that. A lot of y'all off-season, especially on that defensive side, stuff hit. Christian Gonzalez made himself probably top 5 cornerback in the league now. You know what I'm saying? Ramondre Stevenson, now that he ain't got Bill Belichick down his throat every time he makes a mistake, you're starting to see he's a damn good running back. But they're going to need their quarterback to do more than 88 yards. And the game before that, how much he have? 130 yards? Like, I don't want to lie. Don't give me a line because I know people on this damn app fact checking me all the time. 179. It's gonna take more than that to beat the Seahawks.
It's pedestrian, yeah.
It's gonna take more than that to beat the Seahawks. So that's all I want to say about the Pats. Great win. Hey, y'all played in some bad weather, but y'all normally play in bad weather. But now let's see with a team that don't hurt themselves. Because more than the Chargers game, right? The Chargers they just couldn't block nobody. But that they offensive line injuries caught up to
banged up, yeah.
That Texas game, that man turned the ball over 5 times. Y'all only beat him by what? 9? 11? Right? Am I mistaken? 26-18 by 11?
Yeah, it wasn't by much, bro.
Or 12? You beat him by 2 scores with 5 turnovers? This game, Jarrett Stidham, he turned the ball over twice, 10-7. And everybody gonna say the weather. The weather, if you watch the game, like I watched the game, the weather didn't come to mid in the third quarter, fourth quarter. It was the field was very clear. It might have been cold and rainy and stuff, but the field was very clear for most of that game until like third quarter. That snow came and it just filled up the field, like it came out of nowhere. But just looking ahead, you know what I'm saying? We look at the matchups. It looks tough for the Patriots. It's like an uphill battle for the Patriots. I think the early line is Seahawks by 3.5. You know,
man, they being nice.
But this is not against the Patriots, though. I'm gonna say that. I always thought the winner since this playoff started. I think I said it before it started. I thought the winner of the Super Bowl was coming out the NFC. The NFC was a tougher conference this year, top to bottom. Especially when you got 3 teams from the NFC West. You had Jaw. You had the
10 plus wins.
You know what I'm saying? You had the Cowboys. I mean, you had the Bears and the Packers, and the weakest team was the South. NFC the South Division team, who has beaten some really good teams this year. So,
yeah, including your NFC contender Rams, right? You know what I'm saying? Like a Panthers team that beat the Rams early in the regular season. So, with all that being said, it's like, where was the fall off? You know, maybe was the quarterback play on the AFC side? You know, like I know a lot of quarterbacks are getting grief, whether it's between Lamar, definitely CJ, he's been getting some grief. Josh Allen been getting some grief.
A lot of the top dogs were hurt, though. That's why we'll get to Josh Allen, but a lot of the top dogs in the AFC were hurt. That man that won all them Super Bowls, he was hurt. Right?
Yeah.
Lamar was hurt. Joe got hurt. So that's what made one man the hero, one man the hero couldn't get it done. He should have got it done.
And you couldn't take the focus off. Like, damn, it wasn't. If I wasn't facing this team or that team, like, damn, you can't even run from you can't even run from getting that fault put on you. But I say the same for CJ, bro. Like, that's a lot of damn turnovers when you got a championship, not only championship defense, but a championship winning defense behind you.
I think people don't know how good that defense was.
But if we grabbing our pitchforks and our torches for Josh Allen, hey, once we done with this stop, let's keep going down the CJ's house.
Hit the highway, we're going to Houston.
We're going to Houston after this, because ain't no damn way. But that defense was, I'm talking, and you know how I feel about secondary. I know how you feel about that defensive line.
All 3 levels.
All 3 levels, flat out. That's a championship winning defense from front to back, bro. So I'm not seeing too many. I'm not hearing too many excuses from Houston neither. So again, if this was your year, D'Amico, or if this was your year, Sean McDermott, you had to capitalize on it. To Ann's point, that Patriots team is beatable, because Drake May hasn't shown you too much of that MVP clout that he's been getting. You have a grand prize in front of you, a grand prize, and both total multiple turnovers in any effort that they try to, get their team to that next step in the playoffs, bro. So now I'm not hearing it too much. That's why the NFC looks so much superior to me in my eyes, because it's just like, yeah, we had the defense too. Seahawks played defense throughout the year. Packers played defense throughout the year. It's like, all right, we got it, but we also got the offense to back it up too. Whether it's the 49ers or the Rams, the Seahawks, bro, all those NFC teams came with a high-power offense. Y'all dropped, AFC just dropped the ball, bro, and I think that's a trend that's going to continue into the Super Bowl.
Yeah. It's just, keep it real, you know what I'm saying? We got 2 weeks to look at everything, look at the team as a whole, right? For when the Super Bowl happens 2 weeks from now. So we'll talk about it again. Don't want to give too many early predictions, because you never know. It's like after all these games, somebody be getting hurt.
Right, yeah. They can know Alfred. When he tore his ACL, we never noticed.
Yeah, so one second, let's pull up. Trying to get the stats. There we go. All right, let's get into a game that happened. Did it happen on Monday? So long ago.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what game we talking about? Coming off a championship weekend.
With everything that happened this weekend. Hey, man, to everybody, like I was saying, snowed in and stuff. Hey, it's been a long week, man.
Hell yeah.
It's been a long week trying to prepare. So this did happen on Monday. Indiana finishes off the dream season. Indiana beats Miami 27-21. Fernando Mendoza was 16 for 27, 186. Omar Cooper Jr. had 71 yards receiving.
Yeah.
Becker had 65 yards, and Black had 79 yards rushing. On the other side, Carson Beck was 19 for 32. 232.
Come on.
Somebody text me. 232, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I did spell finish wrong. I spelled it wrong. Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah. That's crazy. that boy speaking French. Vinzi. That boy was in a rush.
Yeah, that boy John texted me while I was doing the stats, and I said, "I did spell it wrong." That's what messed me up.
Phonics, boy. I swear.
Oh man, that slide better come off the screen. Mark Fletcher had a good game for 112 yards, 2 touchdowns. Malachi Tony, 10 receptions, 122, and a touchdown. Man, you look at all these stats.
Dog.
First off, shout out to Indiana, bro. Shout out to Indiana. Great game, physical team, doesn't make many mistakes. The stats don't wow you, but they made plays when plays had to be made. They didn't make the mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't make mistakes. That finish was messing me up.
He said, "Talk about finish. Finish the word, nigga. Finish the spelling."
Yeah, they made plays. It was just like RPO. They made the right play. Like, RPO run plays. Back like I don't take like some people are mad at the Miami DBs. Them are very big physical receivers. Them back shoulder throws. It was nothing you could do to stop him. That dude is like, I think old boy, he's like 6'3", 6'2".
Charlie, what's his name? Charlie Beck or Becker? Decker,
Yeah.
I think his name
He's
was.
like
Yeah,
6'3",
6'2", 6'3", you know what I'm saying?
210, something like 205.
Yeah,
a big dude.
And stopping on a dime too, and they know you can't argue with everybody. So yeah.
Then we'll just back shoulder throws and that draw play that I think Cignetti going for it on fourth down. That was a
pivotal
big call because you don't want to lose by one, but your defense been playing good. And it turned out he needed that touchdown because Miami came right back there and scored. I'll let you go because great game for Indiana. Shout out to them for winning a championship. He won a finish off a miracle season. And then I'll let you go into it, and we'll get into some of the stuff, the aftermath of it, but I'll let you get into your part of it.
Yeah, I got 2 notes off the top. I told you that boy was gonna wake up with a Cam Newton resume. Come to say, I told you that boy was gonna be a Heisman. I told you that boy was gonna be a national champion, and I told you come April he's gonna be a #1 overall pick. All right. So mark my words. Anything after that has nothing to do with Cam Newton. I just told you his resume is going to look similar. Second, pivotal plays. Ant already hit on the 4th and 5 that Mendoza converted to a touchdown. Huge play, but also want to show love to that block punt in the 3rd quarter too.
Big, yeah. By your boy. Ain't he from the Bird?
Yes, sir. So it was like, you got it. Come on. Show love what love is due. So
shout out Riverbend. Shout him out.
From the gang, come on. We here on the biggest stage. You know what I'm saying? So, but come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Making the Bear Pride happen. All right, don't give me don't give me the line. All right, but anyway, 2 pivotal plays. I can add the third with that closing interception as well too. Like before that interception, I was like literally watching that game. I was like, damn, this boy Beck might actually have a game-winning drive right here.
I said Beck might go pick. That's exactly
I was like, no, but the moment that I knew it wasn't gonna be that is when Cignetti called that timeout. I was like, damn. He got that boy out of rhythm. He made that boy sit and think. He made that boy Beck go to the sideline, start looking at all the lights. Damn, it's really happening.
I really might have a chance to be.
I really might have a chance to be in history. It's really happening.
So through that pick, I was like, there it is. I knew it was coming. I knew a pick was coming. I said
bro, I was like, hey, bro. I was like, yo, Beck, you doing it right now, bro. Because he had like three first downs, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Making the plays, on timing, out of bounds, not even wasting timeouts. I'm like, oh shit, he in rhythm. He clicking. Offense is clicking. When they came out that timeout, I was just like, bro.
He tries to make throws that his arm is not. He don't have the arm talent to do. That's the problem.
But here's the thing: there was an open Malachi Tony over the middle. Yeah. I was like, Beck, do not get greedy, bro. Do not get greedy.
To make plays, he know his arm can't make.
And you got 50 seconds. I think it was like 52.
Had plenty of time.
A lifetime. In timeouts. I was like, bro, you have a lifetime in front of you. Just don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. It was like you made the plays to get you to half field, bro. You're good. You had a lifetime in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
This he just had to have the deep shot. And shout out to that corner real quick that made that play. That's a sinking cover 2 corner. You know what I'm saying? There was no flat threat.
nobody was going deep, so he just carried the receiver.
That's what I'm saying. There was no flat threat, so he just kept sinking into his zone. So, hey man, play your principles. They actually work out for the DBs out there. But bro, I was just like, damn, Beck. Just keep taking what the defense is giving you, bro, because it was there, bro.
No, it's time to be great. He said, "This is my shot."
I don't know if
when he did that 3-step back drop and he didn't let it go out on time, and he sat there. I said, "Oh yeah, here we go. This is about to be some bullshit." So no, I saw that coming.
I don't know if it was like a strategy by Cignetti to do that like on purpose. Like, let me catch him right in the middle.
He went 1, 2, 3
drop.
Drops just back there. I said, "Oh yeah, he about to load that." He said, "Wind him up."
That boy his was like, oh damn. Damn, brother.
I saw that.
Damn, brother.
I saw that. But now, like, let's get into the game a little bit. All right, this is what I will say. People gonna kill me for it. I already know how TikTok gonna do. We clip this up, stuff like that. Miami was the better, more talented team.
I agree.
Indiana was the more disciplined team. But you can be more disciplined when your team's age is 23 and a half. Average age is 23 and a half.
Boy saying the loud part.
You know what I'm saying?
So the quiet part out
if you
loud.
look at how they play, the offensive line, their double team blocks are perfect. They play good, fundamental, they look like guys that done played a lot of football. Everybody, a lot of that team like guys that played a lot of football. But you could tell the talent of Miami was there. Of course, you had Carson Beck, who's been in football for a long time. But the Malachi Tonys, the Fletcher, I think it's like his 4th year, something like that. The offensive line, even from Miami, after a while, started pushing people out the way. The talent. But you see the discipline and workman-like mentality of Indiana. And that's what happens when your team is older. A lot of the concepts have been saying, can other people repeat that? Can other people repeat that? I think this is a blip in the schedule. I'm sorry. I like what Cignetti do. Indiana had a great run. Fernando Mendoza going to be the number 1 pick and everything. And teach his own. You know what I'm saying? I think Ruben Bain. Hey, Ruben.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, Ruben Bain. If you watch that game, say that boy no top 3 pick. I don't know how you don't say that.
Bruh, they online talking themselves out of that foolishness right now. I'm like, bruh, he done put it on tape for about 16 weeks already, brother. I don't know what you want him to do.
Dominating this playoffs. Every quarterback had to say. I think he had 2 sacks in every game. In every game in this playoffs.
And they talking themselves out of stupidness, out of foolishness. I don't get it. We'll talk about it during draft era.
You really like that. I think that offensive tackle from Miami is really like that.
True.
But I do think this is a blip on the schedule. I think Indiana had it perfect. They had a team that meshed, older team. Don't think this is gonna happen. I think the money and the talent always gonna rise to the crop, right? Some people are like, oh man, can other teams in there? No, it's gonna be the people that got the money are gonna start winning the championships once it met.
Right.
Texas Tech have a quarterback. Texas Tech probably win that championship. Texas, like I said, where I want to be if I'm a coach right now, I want to be at Texas. I want to be at A&M. I want to be at Texas Tech. I want to be at Notre Dame. I want to be at Michigan. I want to be at Ohio State. I want to be at Oregon. I want to be where billionaire people are spending money. That's who's going to win championships, right? I want to be at a USC. If Lincoln Riley get turned around, USC got plenty of money they can spend. See, it's getting tough out here. Dabo done got in that portal, and ain't seen it. Clemson ain't got the money that some of the other schools got. You know what I'm saying? Alabama's struggling a little bit, trying to get the funds up to compete. If you're somewhere with a billionaire or a ton of 100 millionaire alumni that ain't scared to spend money, that's gonna be the place to be. I think Cignetti hit while the iron hot. A lot of them guys came from JMU with him. A lot of them guys knew the system already. Not saying Indiana Cignetti won't be good. I think he'll still compete for Big Ten championships. He'll compete with hold on. Yeah, I still think he'll compete with Big Ten championships, and I still think they'll compete and be good, but I still think the cream of the talent and the money is gonna make things rise to the top. Man. I think, like I said, Miami was the more talented team. I think they just met a team that was older and more disciplined, and it is what it is. In my opinion, I know people gonna hate that. People ain't gonna look at the bigger picture, but people gonna hate that.
Well, I'll say this. Where just traditionally, where like these championship games were kind of just like who's the best out of the SEC hasn't necessarily been the case these last couple years, man.
Big Ten won 3 in a row.
I'm about to say we might might have to change the conversation or change the narrative about how we feel about the Big Ten, because it's like, yes, feel how you want. I mean, of course, some conversations gonna stay in place, especially when it comes down to scheduling and stuff like that. But when it comes down to, okay, when it's time to play the best, yeah, bruh, the last 3 seasons showed you 3 in a row. Big Ten is taking it, whether it's Ohio State, Michigan, Indiana, bruh, like they taking the hardware home.
Yeah.
That also coincide with being a blue blood and being having the money to play around with. Yeah, in most cases, they are the ones that's left standing. Now, on to my second point, I think it'll be harder to recreate what Cignetti did with Indiana than it would be to the teams that Ant just mentioned, like a Freeman with Notre Dame, or who's your boy out at USC you just mentioned. Those teams that just got money, have the name. Ohio State, like I expect Ohio State to be back fighting again next year in the playoffs. Like it's like I think those teams is gonna return to those teams kind of be leading the pack, probably walking away with some hardware later than it would be trying to recreate what Cignetti did with Indiana. This is very much like every now and again you'll find I'm trying to think of what the parallel will be in college basketball, but every now and again I'll say Virginia. That'd be the most. That'd be the last, college basketball championship team I could think of that just randomly won it. And it's like, yeah, out of nowhere, they'll have those seasons where like the tenure and the leadership and the skills and the discipline all come together and they actually win a chip one year. But that's not necessarily the case year in and year out. So you might be back to a regularly scheduled program, especially if you're looking at teams like Oregon, how they stacking up. Again, I mentioned Ohio State already. Like it's going to start folding back into the norm. But SEC, bro, y'all not doing too well in this playoff era.
Nah.
Not doing too well. And that's something that's becoming very evident. You know what I'm saying? Like you just starting to lose. I don't know if it's you're losing talent. I don't think that's necessarily the case, but that pocketbook is starting to show up. Whoever got the biggest purse is starting to show up.
Yeah, the Midwest, some of the Midwest teams in the Big Ten, pockets run deep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even with Indiana, they got Mark Cuban. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about now, can you get a coach in there to galvanize your alumni, especially your big money alumni, to spend their money. And if you can, hey, you never know where you can go from there. But shout out to Indiana, man. Like, they got more losses in program history than wins. Now they don't win the national championship, man. Hey, I told y'all, man. I told you 6 years ago, good program.
Good program. Good program.
So shout out to Indiana. I think Miami don't have nothing to hang their heads on. Good contender. I think it's hard. Like, this is the part of the transfer portal and all this NIL and how many years you can play. It's hard for 19 to 20-year-old kids, 21-year-old guys, I don't call them kids, to beat 23, 24-year-old grown men. And there's a such thing as grown man strength. Like, you really get into your man strength mid-20s, where, like, if you working out, you about as strong as you gonna be in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of different. It's a little.
It's a different type of football going on out there. Yeah. You're not looking at two bushy-tailed 20, 21-year-old kids, playing a fourth year, senior year, trying to see if they can go out on top. That ain't necessarily the storyline nowadays, bro. You looking at somebody that spent the block on a second, third team,
Yeah, that's what I'm
and,
saying.
and trying to get over the hump and trying to put that last good bit of tape out there. So yeah, it's a different type of ball going on, bro.
Yeah, so
Different type of ball.
it's a different type of game going on. But shout out to Indiana, but hey man, like we talked about a little bit early, man. Sometimes not winning make you.
All I had to do was ask for space. I'm telling you beyond your way.
Sean McDermott, man.
When I told you to fall back, so can you come pick up your clothes? I had them folded. Meet me at.
Hey man, Sean McDermott got the boot right after the game, basically by the
Cold-blooded.
Bills. Hey man, that damn homie boy ain't no damn joke. He ain't no joke, boy. Hey, we'll get into that, but Sean McDermott, coaching record of 98-50. Not a bad coaching record, playoff record of 8-8. Got the Bills to 2 conference championships. All right, this is what I will say before we get to the everything else about what happened this season, why he probably got fired in the owner's press conference. Bills fans should hold Sean McDermott to a nice high regard. Because before he got there, some of y'all don't remember, they were bad. They've been searching for a long time for somebody to make them good. He stabilized that franchise and made y'all consistent playoff contender, even during the end of the Tom Brady era.
Come on. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Straight up, and they should have fired Bean too. I agree. The GM kept his job. Actually got a promotion. The GM got a promotion. You know what I'm saying? But even during the Tom Brady era, Sean McDermott from the Panthers, our defensive coordinator, you know what I'm saying? Basically stabilized that team and basically made the Bills playoff contenders year in and year out. And y'all made the 2 conference championship games. From a team, when I was growing up, the Bills was like the Jets back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So, all I'm going to say is, shout out to Sean McDermott. He did stabilize the Bills franchise. With that being said, it does get time where it's time for a new voice, right? This was the year, how we talked about it, that if you was going to win you a Super Bowl, at least get there, this was the year. You didn't have to go through Patrick Mahomes. You didn't have to go through Lamar Jackson. Joe Burrow wasn't there. You had to be a Trevor Lawrence, a Drake May, and it would have been a Jarrett Stidham. You had the best quarterback. So I don't know. Like I said, would I have fired him? I don't think so. I don't think I would. I would have gave him another year. But if I would have fired him, I would have fired him and the GM. But hey man, Sean McDermott, no longer the head coach of the Bills, basically got fired after the game. Kenny, how you feel about it?
It's BS, bro. Like Ant was mentioning, man, like, be clear, that AFC East division was very much the Patriots division for all of my, let's just say for a large amount of time, bro. Like, it was very much the Patriots ran through that division. We'll see y'all in the playoffs. Wasn't much heard from the Bills, bro. Not too much. You know, now football fanatics, of course, you have your favorites, whether it's between the likes of Stevie Johnson, one of my favorite wide receivers coming up, Marshawn Lynch's or whatever. But other than that, you didn't really hear too much from the Bills. McDermott had one of I think I said third highest winning percentage amongst active coaches while he was there.
I think all 3 of them got fired or quit.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's between Harbaugh, Tomlin, and now McDermott. Is well, we don't care about winning, so F you too. So, all right. So the thing is that if we're just looking for a new voice, fine. If you're looking for a scapegoat, this is who y'all pick, bro. Because I don't think it was necessarily McDermott. I have a clue who should have been the scapegoat, but we already talked about that already.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was some rumors about him and Bean have some discrepancies about how the roster was built. That just sounds like when there's smoke, there's fire. Because now they're trying to shift. For some reason, Keon Coleman started getting his back kicked in during his last week.
My man was at the crib like, what I do? Like,
what they say F me for?
like, big dog. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, hey, man, let's not even bury the lead.
Let's get to the real, bro.
Let's not get to the real. It's never going to be Josh Allen's fault, bro. It's never Josh Allen's fault. For some reason. It's no matter how bad he plays, no matter how bad, like when he doesn't step up, no matter what throws he missed, it's never his fault. Darren Orlowski is like, I ain't gonna say that. Darren Orlowski on one of the highlights was like, oh, he fumbled the ball, but look, they had a chance to recover it. He should never fumbled the ball. Like, what are you talking about? Like, they make excuses for Josh Allen that this quarterback, thank you, Josh, that Lamar never gets. Any other quarterback, if Dak did the same thing, Dak would never get the same. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen is never his fault. That boy turned the ball over 4 times, and it's everybody else's fault but his. Oh, he needs receivers. Oh, he needs this. They act like James Cook don't even exist. Somebody said they don't even got a run game for real. I'm sorry. Didn't James Cook lead the league in rushing?
Lead the league, yeah. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
So Sean McDermott gets the axe because his quarterback can't stop turning the ball over. Right? He gets the axe because his quarterback doesn't hit the open man when the big time happens. Missed him twice. What happened to Lamar, Mark Andrews dropped and Zay Flowers fumbled. Josh Allen just missed the throw. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to make this Lamar Josh Allen thing. We got more offseason to talk about that. I'm just saying, it's so quick. I knew it was going to happen too. As soon as Monday hit, someone say he's the best football player on the planet right now.
In the world. In the world, Craig. In the world. You can't make this stuff up, bro, because it's like literally we talking about, oh, he doesn't have the weapons. If all his team came out and showed up and played for him or played with the same intensity, I was like, bro, this is the same jacket y'all tried on with Stephon Diggs that got him out of town. Mm-hmm. This is the same. It's literally the same jacket y'all put on this young kid in his second year. You got the owner up there back kicking in the back of a second-year wide receiver, bro.
Because it can't be his quarterback's fault.
Because it can't be the quarterback's fault. We're talking about, McDermott should have had a better, he should be a better coach on defense. Well, just what the hell you think he was coaching before he got to Buffalo?
It's never the quarterback's fault.
He was dealing with scraps. Let's not play like y'all had all pros back there in y'all secondary. That was never the case.
Got rid of a lot of people.
You know what I'm saying? Like they was holding it together with like
that's
glue
a fact.
and duct tape.
That's a fact. Josh White was crying. That man was crying like that because he knew it was his fault.
Like, bro, y'all had Jordan Poyer and whoever back there. And that comeback, never mind. I ain't gonna get to the comeback player. But bro,
even now they're crying about that. That wasn't, and then I'm gonna say it, bro. That was interception, bro. If you don't have possession of the ball, you can't say it's simultaneous possession. You didn't have possession of the ball. He touched the ground. The ball was coming out. That ball.
Are you talking about the Brandon Cooks play?
Yeah, the ball is still alive. But even if you take that out, wasn't Dalton Kincaid wide open over the middle of the field? Oh, my bad. Didn't the same thing happen when he played y'all early in the year? Dalton Kincaid was open in the back of the end zone and he threw it over.
Missed that hoe. Shoot that hoe, Jabari. Missed it.
Like, I'm just saying, like, it's never his fault. I'm not saying that Josh Allen is not a good quarterback, but it's always somebody else's fault. It's never Josh Allen's fault. And that now the coach is the scapegoat. Because I don't know how the owner says, okay, I'm going to fire the coach, but the GM, you get a promotion. But we both were picking players. But really, nah, I didn't want Keon Coleman. The coach did. And he would have picked somebody else. Come on, bro. Come on, they was really mad because it was actually reported that allegedly Sean McDermott, before the season, when the season ended, said that we didn't have a team that he thought could win the Super Bowl right now, and the owner didn't like that. He was being honest. That defense was not ready to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But when you playing against teams that you was playing against, you got the best quarterback in the AFC right now that's still playing. You got outplayed. You got outdueled by Bo Nix, bro. You lost.
Take it on the chin, gang. Like I said, I don't know who the hell you thought you was stopping with Dane Jackson and Darnell Savage in the back. You supposed to get cooked. You supposed to get cooked. I'm only working with the scraps y'all give me. You know what I mean? So it's like, if the roster wasn't built right, then it's just that. And I'm also not shifting the blame on, like I said before, on a second year wide receiver, bro, because ain't much receivers from that class doing anything, with the exception of what's your boy for the Chargers, McConkey, Lad McConkey.
Yeah, McConkey.
Ain't too much out there really moving the needle.
Yeah.
So yeah, kill that noise.
Yeah. So Sean McDermott, man, was let go. Don't know if he finds another job this cycle, you know. But, you know, your quarterback throw 4 picks, man. It's just
somebody else's fault.
You be on your way.
My quarterback throw 4 picks is somebody else's fault.
Back, so can you come pick
Sean McDermott. Especially with that owner, boy. They fired that man basically like right after the game almost.
Yeah, no respect, bro. Yeah, no respect, bro. He might take a gap year though. I can see him, you know, sitting down for a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably spin the block in 2027.
Yeah. Let's get into some people that didn't take a gap year. John Harbaugh, the new coach of the Giants. Reportedly a what, $20 million a year deal, $100 million deal.
I got you. Hold on.
I think that's what it is. It's reported that that's what it is. But John Harbaugh is taking over the Giants. Let's see. I think it's a good situation for John Harbaugh. I guess he got to pick his team, and I guess he wanted to pick a team that, you know, thinks that they have a quarterback, which, you know, the jury's still out on Jackson Dart, but he's got a young quarterback. Didn't trade away a bunch of picks. Got a good defensive line. See how this works out for them. You know what I'm saying? They've done this before. Jason Garrett left the Cowboys, then came over there. Didn't really work out that well. Let's see what John Harbaugh does. I have no faith that the Giants, anything right can happen for the Giants. I don't know. I don't know. I just really don't. That, like, I don't think Malik Neighbors wants to be there no more. So they're going to have to mend that relationship somehow in the next couple of years. You got to see what you got in Jackson Dart. Abdul Carter, got to stop being a freak bull in the meetings.
You got to turn that Pornhub off, my boy. You got to turn it off. There's a time and place. There's a time and place for it all, fam.
I think that as far as a splash hire, that's the biggest name they could have got, besides of Mike Tomlin if he wanted to coach. But you went out, got your person. There you go. You know what I'm saying? John Harbaugh, the coach of the Giants.
I like this. One part of this deal that I do like is the fact that Harbaugh will be reporting directly to the owner as opposed to reporting to the GM. I like that. So whatever, you ain't just going piss on my head and tell me it's rain if I'm Harbaugh. Like, if you set up this trash roster, believe it for sure, that onus is going to be on you. It ain't going to be like, nah, the coach agreed with this move. No. We sat in the same meetings with ownership, and and you volley for your players, and I volley for my players, and whatever middle ground we find, then yeah, that should be our draft board. But if when it comes down to that same situation that just played out in Buffalo, oh no, brother, I was in that same meeting with you too at the ownership meeting. You said this, and I said that. That comes from a coach that's been in the league, or that's been coaching at Baltimore for the past 18 years. He knows how this game go. Yeah. He knows how y'all like to switch out coaches and burn them on the back end. Nah, bro. my word is my word. Whatever that GM got going on, ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all ain't about to put his bad decisions on my back. So I like this move for Harbaugh for that regard. And it also helps, secondly, that this is one of the highest paid coaching contracts in the league right now. So at least you getting some Fetty while you're out there in New York too, and in one of the best markets. So
yeah,
how that works out for you in the long run, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? You inherited a pretty good team. Now can you keep it together?
Yeah. I mean, team's all right. They ain't no pretty good. They're all right.
Yeah, it's a young team. How does that? Young team? Does that work for you?
Yeah, all right. Yeah. John Harbaugh, some Giants to see this work out for you. But this one surprised me. It's rumored that Mike McCarthy is going to be the next head coach of the Steelers. I don't understand this at all.
Hated it.
I don't understand. You go from Mike Tomlin, right, to a 61-year-old Mike McCarthy. And if you did this to try to keep Aaron Rodgers for another year, that's stupid.
You know it.
That is dumb. You could have kept Mike Tomlin for that. Like, that is dumb. Like, so you're keeping Aaron Rodgers for what? What did Aaron Rodgers do that, like...
But I'm going to tell you what that buys, though, real quick. And that buys you another year until 2027. It buys you another year because if you don't like this class, you're already picking in a slot where you'll be forced to trade up, to get a quarterback that you do like, right? So if you get a head coach in the building that can decide that, that already has some history with A-Rod, you kind of buy back his allegiance for another year. That buys you another bridge year to get you to a draft that's littered with all the QBs that you may want.
You could have did that with a lot of other coaches, not a Mike McCarthy. What has Mike McCarthy done since he won that Super Bowl back, almost 15 years ago now?
I got a homeboy named Williams that would tell you what the hell Mike Tomlin did since 2000, whatever. So, hey, bro, it was around the same time.
You're a 61-year-old Mike McCarthy. And this doesn't even fit with the Steelers.
No.
How they move. This is so confusing. It's been so confusing since the offseason when they pinned all their hopes on Aaron Rodgers. Now you go get a Mike McCarthy. I don't understand this at all, especially when there's some really good young coordinators out there that are looking for jobs. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I would have understood Todd Monken or somebody for this. Like,
I thought this was my ideal candidate was Brian Flores for this place. I thought he matched up with the identity of that city and for the identity of that organization. If you wanted to sell me on like one of the Slowick brothers, I could see that. If you wanted to get like some offensive juice in there, maybe like a Joe Brady that can kind of be like a shot in the arm for a city that's more known for being tough and gritty.
I took a Mike McDaniel over this.
But this will definitely and certainly ruin that little, that tenured run of, having only 3 coaches since 69. Because I can see this boy being out in 2. So, but I know just to save face, they're going to stretch it to 5. This ain't going to work out like the Tomlin era.
Hey, Steelers fans, you happy? I told you to get real spooky out here. Told you to get real nasty out here.
It ain't going to work out like the Cowher era. It's not going to be none of those things. Now, again, I'm very much of the belief that this was done with A-Rod in the plans, bro. It was done with that in the plans. Like, hey, we can buy another year. It's the same thing that play out in with the Jets. Like, hey, we're listening to our quarterback, let him run our team.
Yeah, Will Howard in the room. You could have went and got some free agents. Like, it's just I like pinning on your hopes on A-Rod, who ain't gonna make a decision whether he's gonna play till well deep in the training camp almost. Like, he gonna how A-Rod does. He ain't gonna tell you right now he about to play.
I mean, I'm telling you, I don't think this move is made without him being at least consulted for it. Advised about it, bro. I don't think so.
Out of everybody, I thought they would make a bad hire. I didn't like a weird hire. I didn't think it would be them. I'm just keeping it a buck. I didn't think it would be them. I didn't think it would be them.
The only thing you can hope for is some young OCs. Some young coordinators in the building, bro.
You don't want to call. Yeah, let's move on. Next coach, Robert Sula gets the Titans job. I do think he needed another job. Do I think this was the best fit? I'm not saying I know him. You know what I'm saying? It was the best fit for the Titans. I thought Titans would maybe go offensive, somebody that can maybe help develop Cam Ward a little bit more and stuff like that. And I do think Robert Saleh needed to get another job. I think the Jets see that job is crazy.
Yeah.
But the way he coached that defense this year with all them injuries and still had them as a top defense, they couldn't even rush the passer like that. I'm glad he got another shot. He only took one coaching cycle. I'm glad he got another shot. It's gonna be see if he can who he's gonna bring in as his OC, quarterback coach to help Cam Ward develop, help Cam Ward get more acclimated. They maybe not have to. They need some receivers, first of all. Need some receivers to help the boy. But I'm kind of interested. This is an interesting hire. It can go either way. It can go really, really bad and not help Cam Ward develop, or it could be like a D'Amico Ryan case where he builds a great defense and Cam Ward and the offensive coordinator could like catch up. You know what I'm saying? Because Titans need a little bit of everything. So you need defensive help and offensive help. I like it. I'll give it like a C plus high.
Well, it hasn't been for like the lack of want to, right? Because I think since this hiring, it has been kind of like the hot pad for coaches that's been like responding and showing up for interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think they even had Dayball in there for an interview, bro. Like Brian Dayball in there for an interview. Like, but I'm saying there's been a lot of coaches that's been responding and showing up for like just the coordinator role. That may just have to do something to do with Saleh. It may have to do with like the Cam Ward project. You know, OCs may believe like, nah, this kid does have it. You know what I mean? Like there's something to work with here that can be a benefit to my career as well. So I like the hire. I actually give it higher than a C, bro. It can kind of definitely change like the attitude that we have towards the Titans. I'm not saying that they're gonna return to that Jeff Fisher era of what they once were, years ago. But
dang, the Mike, bro, you skipped over the Mike Vrabel era. You went all the way back to Jeff Fisher. Mike Vrabel had a pretty good run in the Titans, bro.
Did he? How many AFC Championships games they go to?
One.
The hell we arguing about? What are you talking about? 1 year out of how many?
Jeff Fisher messed up his own self. Never mind.
You said that like they went to the chip or something. Like damn, I know Vrabel was like that in Tennessee. Respect, that's peace.
That's hate. That's hate. That's hate. You know that's hate. That's hate.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, damn, I ain't know he was a living legend for sure. Shout out to him and Jelly Roll that be out there. That be out there in them Tennessee games.
That's hate. That's hate. You know that's hate. So we're gonna move right along. I want to know how the hell this fool get another job so fast. Hey, bro. Hey, how did?
I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. Go. You have to take this one. I
don't know. This is about who you know. Matt Ryan is the president of football operations or whatever he is. He knew Kevin Stefanski. I think they grew up not too far away from each other. I don't know what to say, bro. I don't know what to say. Like how he revered as this great offensive guru who never developed a quarterback is crazy. He's Brian Dayball say, I helped develop Josh Allen. I don't know what the hell this guy did. And Falcons fans, they're not happy. I don't understand how he was considered to be this good where he didn't even skip a coaching cycle.
Yeah.
He has a losing record.
Yeah.
Right? He got rid of Baker when Baker took him to some AFC Championship game, right? He tried to win with Joe Flacco. The whole way he handled this year, I don't understand how Kevin Stefanski gets fired from the Browns, and all of a sudden now, Atlanta picks him up. I don't get it. And I'm like, Josh, man, we're gonna carry the hell on. Hey man, Atlanta, shout out to y'all. Thanks for you know what I'm saying, making it easier for us to win the NFC South, bro.
Privilege.
That's the only thing.
That's the only thing I want to say. I knew he was about to throw it to me. Privilege. That's all I gotta say.
All right, let's
Privilege.
get into the Ravens. Jesse Minter is their head coach, defensive coordinator for the Chargers. There's a lot of people. This is what the Ravens fans wanted. They wanted Brian Flores or Minter. They asked for it, and this is what they got. You know, he was on that Ravens staff back in 2016, 2017, I want to say.
Yeah.
Went over to the Chargers. Defense was great. That was a good defense. Really damn good defense, actually. Now you're back with Baltimore. Now it's time to see how he builds his staff. It's what's gonna come down to. I think defense, he's gonna take care of that, and they got to get more talent on the defense. They got really not even more talent. They got to get somebody that can rush the pass. They need like 2 guys that consistently rush the pass. And what OC they're gonna bring in
to pair with him
and run this offense, and with Lamar, see if that's salvageable, because that sound like that whole relationship still ain't all the way salvageable in Baltimore. See where that goes. But this is what Ravens fans wanted, and this is what they got. I think it's good to go defense, because you see what your defensive coordinator is doing out there in Seattle in the Super Bowl. This is gonna come down just to like where the staff is on the offensive side of the ball and how they draft. Really what's gonna come down to. My hope is that they got to work on that defense, but I hope eventually they go get Lamar a true number 1 receiver. I think that's been the main thing they've been missing, but I'll let you go, Kenny.
Nah, bro. I think you was getting straight to what I was about to say too. Like, I think this move was made for Lamar to pick his own dance partner. Like that, you don't move off a Harbaugh, a coach of 18 years, and say like we're choosing our quarterback. Same way with the Bills. Like we're moving away from McDermott. We your quarterback is definitely consulted in whoever, if not the head coach, who your OC gonna be. So this is letting Lamar say, "Hey, look, we did our part. Now let's find you a coordinator that can match up." Because by all means, Mentor gonna have that defense together. I believe that 110%. Like look at the job he did with the Chargers.
He can do Humphrey and that Derwin James type. Humphrey and
I'm about to say, especially what he did with the Chargers. Yeah, I love what he did with the Chargers, and especially going from one Harbaugh brother, and like you mentioned, he spent time with the Harbaugh that just left too. Like he spent time with both Harbaugh brothers. Like you know how this ship is supposed to be ran. Mm-hmm. So this is very much like, hey, I'm gonna take care of defense. Lamar, let's find a guy that you can trust, that you can that y'all can build with. That y'all figure out y'all own thing. This is gonna be my side of the house. That's gonna be y'all side of the house. All right. So, and I think Eric DaCosta, the GM there, is very flexible, and he definitely can gauge the temperature in the room. You mentioned like that relationship that they have with Lamar right now, where they kind of being up in the air. I think this is very. He sensed that with his hire. Like, all right, look, we gonna let he said he's our franchise. If we say Lamar is our franchise, let's back those words up, and let's start bringing some guys in here that's going to support that ideology too. So I think this is very much so in Lamar Jackson's favor, or to be in Lamar Jackson's favor. I should say that.
Yeah. So, let's see how that goes. I mean, we'll see how the staff breaks down, but this is what the fans wanted. And if they got somebody the fans like. Last one, let's get into Jeff Hafley. Did I say his name right? I hope I did.
Yeah.
The Dolphins hired him. He was wasn't he a defensive coordinator for or the OC?
DC.
DC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So down in Miami, this one right here, to see can you build on what you're gonna do with Tua, and can you build on from the talent that is there? Because it's not like the cupboard is empty in Miami. You just got to figure out, is your quarterback the one that you want? And how do we build on this talent and rebuild that defense that we had to give up a lot of players? Like we had to give up a lot of players to pay for that offense. I think Tariq is out of here. I think you trade him. get what you can.
Yeah.
I think you keep Waddle.
Devin a chain still down there.
Yeah, Devin. If he
Might be
wants
saying his
to,
last
if
name
you
wrong.
keep him. The cover's not empty. So now it's at the point where Miami got side. If you don't keep the quarterback, then you totally rebuild. If you keep the quarterback, are we revamping and trying to make another run at this in a couple of years? In a division that, will have a new coach with Sean McDermott, going from the Bills, the Patriots are in the Super Bowl right now. Where do we go? You know what I'm saying? Where do we go? The Jets ain't that good. So can you build and then 2 years from now be competing again? Or are you getting rid of Tua, getting some picks and going to do a full rebuild? That's really where that's going to be more of an organizational thing more than him. And we'll see. We'll know the answer to that very soon, I think, before the draft.
Yeah, I think that for one, I think that Tua and ownership relationship I think that's dead in the water. I think, which moves into my bigger point. I think they made this move with Halfley, with a full on thinking that, hey, we breaking this team down and we gonna let you build it how you choose. Now, that's not to say that we still got some parts that that Halfley may like, especially not even to say Halfley, but Bobby Slowick, who they just brought in as OC. They might have some parts that he likes, with whether it's Waddle or Devin Achane. Like there's still parts of that offense that he might still want to fiddle with. But at least for defense, you enrich yourself with Chubb. Who else is out there? Probably just start over with Chop Robinson, let him be the cornerstone of your defense. I forgot the name of that defensive tackle out there too, a young guy. But let them be the cornerstones of your defense and just build from there. I don't think this is a one and done type of deal. He was like, hey, we're gonna kind of get rid of this stench that McDaniels left in the building, do what you gotta do, sell it for parts, eventually move off of this Tua deal. But if this is gonna be a team based off a new identity, this is looking like 2-3 years down the road. This ain't something that was done expecting a full turnaround in year one. So I actually do kind of like this deal. And I knew he had to be agreeable to that deal because he knew Sullivan during his time with Green Bay. So this came with some contingency. This is a $50 million investment bringing Halfley in. So yeah, they putting their money where their mouth is. So there had to be some conditions built in, like, bro, you ain't about to saddle me up with Tua, and or you ain't gonna be saddle me up with a quarterback that I didn't pick, or a defense I didn't put together myself. You ain't about to saddle me up with all this old bags and thinking about the win. This is something that's like, hey, we're gonna break this bitch down to parts, and I'll tell you what I want to keep.
Yeah. So that's the new coaching hires. We'll see how all them go. Still got some spots. Still got the Raiders that need a coach. You still got the Bills got a hired coach. The Browns, and I heard they process is crazy. If you heard about, you can look it up. Just look up the Browns process. They guys take personality tests, all kinds of. That's why they trash.
Yeah.
Who else am I forgetting?
Does anybody want to be the offensive coordinator of the Eagles?
No. No. Nobody.
Anybody?
No.
Does anybody want to do it?
Because it's always it's never. All right, we'll talk about it.
Anybody? No. Okay.
All right, let's get into it, man. Hey, the Sweet Science I think happens this coming Saturday. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Is this Saturday coming Saturday on what? Dazn? I think.
You know it. Yep.
Stupid app.
Stupid ass app.
On Dazn, you got the fight that people have been talking about in Brooklyn, right? I want to say this in Brooklyn. Yeah, in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Theo Shakur 140. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into what Shakur said today. What I heard him say a couple days ago, crazy. But
I ain't hear that yet. You have to tell me.
Yeah, T.O. versus Shakur. Everybody in this fight has got a foregone conclusion that Shakur is going to win this fight easily. Everybody got a foregone conclusion that T.O. doesn't have a chance. I do think Shakur is going to win the fight, but I don't think it's going to be as far apart as people say it's going to be. I think that it's going to be a close fight. It's going to be a boring fight. It's going to be a boring fight. I don't see Shakur coming out there throwing a punch. I see him being very defensive, but scoring enough points where he wins it maybe about 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? I don't see this being, if you come in here looking for fireworks, I don't think that's what it's going to be.
Not your fight, yeah.
I don't think that's what it's going to be. But I do think Shakur gets to win by 3 rounds, maybe win the last 2 rounds and kind of seal it. But I think he's going to go back in his defensive shell. I don't think he throws as many punches, but he throws the more connecting punches, and he beats T.O. That's it. By 3 rounds.
I was hype on this fight again to kind of be like, okay, this is gonna be the fight that's gonna kind of expose Shakur. Like it's gonna be like, all right, because I think T.O. kind of brings that wild card factor, which I still kind of believe you do. I got a sneaky suspicion where it might just he kind of gonna have to force Shakur to fight. Like I'm gonna draw you out to the center of the ring to where you're gonna have to fight, and you can't really just cover up in the shell and just box around the perimeter, and I'm gonna bring you out that shell and make you come stand in the center ring and trade with me. But the way now that I'm kind of like now we're getting closer to the fight, I'm not really liking the signs I'm getting from T.O., bro. I'm not really getting the signs that I want to see. At first he was kind of hanging loose. Now we're kind of getting to that conference time, like the picture time. It's starting to seem a little bit more uptight. I think that shadow that those lights gonna be on in the MSG, I think they're also starting to get a little bit brighter the closer we get to fight date. I don't know. T.O. is an underdog in his own city. That's another thing that I'm thinking about.
I mean, Shakur from Jersey though, so it's both. It's like a home fight. It's a home fight for both.
MSG is right in his backyard.
Are they fighting at Barclays or MSG?
MSG.
Oh, no.
This is at the crib, bro.
Why is it on the app? All right, come on.
Never mind. With that being said, man, I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'll say that I think T.O.'s gonna get this one. Nobody's getting knocked down, but
it'll be a boring fight.
It's gonna be a boring fight, no question. Don't expect to be like this to be a fight of ages. That's never gonna happen.
I go to sleep and wake up, fight be over. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be that much of an exciting fight. What I heard about Shakur said after this fight, he going back down to 135. He ain't staying at 140. I said, boy, you ain't never gonna beat that duck and smoke allegation, bro. You ain't never gonna beat them allegations.
Too many killers.
That dude said win, lose, or draw. He said he's not a 140 pounder. He said he going back to 135.
Life is easier down there.
Just why? Because that man on the run right now. You know what I'm saying? That man,
that boy is fighting
cases. Because because the Joker that you normally would see down there is
live down in the Maysville News Center, KDD, the artist known as Mr. Big, were to be released from prison today.
Because that man ain't there. Now you think it's sweet down there.
Ain't no killers.
Hey, you want to move to 140? You want to move back down to 135? What you move up for then? What you move up for?
Only people he got worried about down there at 135 is Abdullah. That's it. Kid Austin eventually. You know what I'm saying? Schofield eventually. But it's like Lamont even skipped over that weight class. He in 140 now. He probably gonna make home at 140. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn gone. Ain't no killers left. I'll just be the killer. I just stay down here. I'ma just stay down here. Life is good. I'ma just I ain't gotta
fighter. It'll keep ranking me top 5 in the world for some reason, pound for pound.
I'm gonna go good back down here. I'm gonna go undisputed, and I'm gonna just cruise on out. And not for nothing. I think eventually the Abdullah fight will be a big fight, but that ain't gonna be because of Shakur's doing. I think that's because Abdullah's somebody that you just want to see. He
If he
He's an
wins
up and
this
coming
fight,
kid that you want to see.
if he wins this fight and goes back down to 135, bruh, like, come on, bruh. At what point, like, you at that point now? Like I said, Tank was supposed to be at that point. You get to a point in your boxing career where you gotta fight killers every time out.
No question.
Ain't no more tune-ups. Ain't no more, oh, I want to see how you fight this person. Now it's at the point where we fight ex-champions and champions every fight. You done had your homecoming fights. You done had all that. Now we fighting killers. Go from T.O. to like somebody else, the Ryan Garcia. You just start fighting jokers.
I mean, bro, I look at it this way. If you win, if Shakur wins, you are a 4-weight class champion. You know what I'm saying? You went from 126 to 130, 35. You know what I'm saying? Mess around, get you a belt at 40. You gonna just take that and vacate as soon as the fight's over? That's weird, but continue. You gonna cop a belt at 140 and vacate? Sure. I mean, that's what Tank did. Cop the 140 belt, give it right back. Cool. But it doesn't really tell me what you're gonna do as far as your career. Like if you just gonna coast back down at 135, live your life, just don't talk to me like you're a killer no more. That's my only ask. Don't come out here and tell me like, yeah, I'm one of the ones, or I'm still in that, I'm of that Bud Crawford ilk, because you're not. You can't talk to me like you the next one. Like after now Bud's going, I'm that next guy up, because you're not. We can just, leave that for the big dogs. Leave that for somebody else to do.
Facts.
That ain't you.
Facts.
So
hey man, big fight. We're gonna talk about the homegrown guy. Keyshawn fights Ortiz. We'll keep it buck with this fight. I'm kind of worried about Keyshawn. I don't know how focused he is. I don't know how much he still wants it. I don't know how much. I feel like he saw that it was almost taken away, but then also I don't know how focused he is in this fight. The weigh-in hasn't happened yet, so we'll see how that goes. Because I just saw a weigh-in of one fight this weekend where a boxing man, the dude came over 8 pounds.
Yeah,
overweight.
it's a UFC dude.
Crazy, but we'll see how Keyshawn do. We'll be back, to talk about him and everything like that. That's the only thing good about this card is Keyshawn is on it, and then the fight between T.O. and Shakur. But we'll see how that goes. I mean, I think Keyshawn should get this guy out of here if he's focused, but I don't know how focused Keyshawn is.
I'll say, man, it's a high level co-main. I'll give him that. People don't really know too much about Ortiz. I think you should do your research, because at one point, or he gave T.O. some work too, and that's the guy that's right over there on the other side of that co-main ticket. So, hey, bro, Ortiz ain't nothing to snuff at. Do your homework. This is anybody thinking that this is just a quick fight for Keyshawn to get back in the mix? Ain't no tune-up, bro. This is a high-level fight.
High-level fight. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but man, appreciate y'all rocking us on a Sunday when it snowed in. If you snowed in, hope everybody be safe. You know what I'm saying? Hope your power don't cut off, man. Hope you get to have a good snow day. Let the kids play with the, in the snow, make snowman, have snowball fight and everything like that. But like that. IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports with average guys. My name's Anthony. It's my main man, Kenny. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Until next time.
What's up?
Holla.